one of the names that was on campus this week, offensive lineman Jazston Turnetine. He's a offensive line transfer coming in from South Carolina, visiting Florida State campus this week. He was a 3-star out of high school out of Stockbridge, Georgia. It's continuing the trend. Mike Norvell seems to love this transfer train. What are you hearing about this?
Yeah, this one, I mean, I think Florida State is still wanting to add into that offensive tackle market. I mean, Florida State still, I don't think, really liked and felt comfortable after what they saw in the spring, and I didn't feel real too good about it after you lose. If anyone goes down with the ones there, you don't have a lot of guys with college playing experience, and so that kind of hurts you in that regard. Going back into the transfer portal can allow you to bring in some guys with experience, and you know Jason pretty well. Mike likes getting guys that have college experience. Some guys that have a lot of college experience, just like Dimitri Emmanuel, who I mean has been playing college football since Jimbo Fisher was still a coach at Florida State. So you know, this is a guy that's had experience playing in the SEC. You add in depth here, maybe can compete for a starting gig if they don't feel good after this upcoming fall camp. But I think this is more maybe. It's between a hybrid there, becoming a guy that can come in and contribute right away. We'll see. I think they'll have an official visit set up for him. I know that he was spotted today. Our guy Dustin was watching over by the Moore and saw Coach Atkins, Norvell, going to maybe greet him or bring them into the facilities. So hopefully we'll get some details with him and be able to see how that visit went.
Was this a move that was necessitated by Florida State losing out on the guy's lineman from Georgia?
I don't know who that is. What's his name? Amarius something? I don't really remember too much all about that, you know. But yeah, I mean, I think there's still one to add there. I mean, you're not going to find the talent that Amarius Mims has. There's not a lot of that anywhere. Definitely with how young he was and the upside that he'd bring, the high ceiling that he has. And Marius Mims is on a different level, but if you could bring in a guy of the statue of experience that has played a lot, definitely against some really good talent in the SEC. Florida State's done a really good job in that SEC or at South Carolina alone. You think about Jamie Robinson, you think about Fabian Lovett. Actually, Fabian Lovett's Mississippi State, but for Jamie Robinson out of South Carolina, Florida State's done a very good job there. We'll see if Jamie can maybe help in that recruitment if Florida State's really heavily going after this grad transfer. It's worth noting he's a grad transfer too. So that helps you in that regard, I believe, in scholarship numbers.
You mentioned some of the other names of players coming around campus. What else are you hearing? What's the latest in recruiting news, latest in transfer news going on?
Well, the first time we got to see, at least during Florida State's the mega camp that was on Sunday, and then Florida State, which I was in attendance for, was the lead day with a lot of talent there in the IPF. You had Chris Parson throwing. You also had Coleman Hope, the 2024 quarterback commit, too, who's really, really impressive in attendance. I mean, you got a guy like Camden Fryer, who absolutely just fried up all the defensive backs. Actually, like, no pun intended, he was probably your best wide receiver on the field that day, and you know, still a 2024 guy, but has that legacy talent still, Jason. And he was very impressive, not in short, little intermediate throw or catches, but deep ball speed. I mean, he was coming down with everything. You know, defensive backs couldn't stop him. And then, you know, outside of some of the recruits there, you know, recruit-wise, you had Cam Davis too, who, you know, every time you see him, he continues to grow and look like he does not look like a 16, 17-year-old whatsoever. I don't know what they're feeding him, but you know, that's a 5-star caliber size, you know, running back that is shifty. You know, he reminds me a lot of Dalvin, but just a little bit bigger coming in as what he'll be in a few years as a true freshman. He'll be bigger, but he's got shifty. He can catch the ball, and he can move around, and that's exactly what Mike Norvell likes to do with his running backs. You look at Treshawn Ward, and you know, looking ahead to the season, what they're going to want to do there on offense. There's just a lot of things I like about Cam Davis.